What's up, man? You know we back with another video. This right here, the world, the height scary thing. I forgot. I didn't read the thing, so we just gonna watch it. Let's get straight into this. You feel me?
Most people take vacations in order to relax and escape from their daily life. Average destinations include idyllic beaches and pampering spas, but some people have a wild side and prefer to brave the world's most intimidating locales. Today we are looking at the 10 scariest attractions in the world. Huashan Cliffside Path allows visitors to China's Mount Hua to experience a truly terrifying climb to its summit. It was first built over 700 years ago and is reputed to be the most dangerous hiking trail in the world because it is very steep and narrow, and there is only one safety rope to protect you from the bottomless abyss. Many tourists come here to challenge themselves and feel the adrenaline rush. Huashan Plank Walk was first built by a Taoist priest named He Zhizhen more than 700 years ago, with stone nails carved into the cliff supporting the wooden plank for people to walk on. Now it has been improved with reinforcements, but the path is still very narrow. So you are literally one step away from the bottomless chasm with no protection from the guardrails. In addition, the walk does not lead to other paths on the mountain, which means you need to return by the way you came. This becomes even more intimidating when you reach someone walking the opposite direction and you are forced to maneuver around them. Central China is home to one of the world's most intimidating footbridges. Remarkably, this is all part of an amusement park meant to attract tourists. Known as Jixian Feiyu, or Extreme Leaps, it is nearly 500 feet above the ground, with large slats for tourists to jump across. Normally, the height alone is terrifying, but recently the footbridge got some extremely bad press when a tourist's rope snapped. A video of the terrifying incident shows the man leaping across the suspended bridge with large gaps between the planks at the Wansheng Ordovician theme park near Chongqing in China. It is only until the man safely makes it to the podium on the other end of the bridge that he notices the harness had detached. There was no safety net beneath the bridge, which is about 500 feet above the rocks below. An investigation by government officials found theme park staff hadn't attached the safety cord properly, the South China Morning Post reported. However, a staff member with the propaganda bureau at the Wansheng Economic Development Zone told the Beijing News the video was a publicity stunt aimed to raise the theme park's profile. If it's a marketing ploy, I hope it closes down soon, someone wrote on Chinese social media platform Weibo, the Post reported. In fact, it has since been proven that it was not a marketing stunt, and the park has been closed down. Suicide Forest is a location in Japan that has received great media attention due to a strange coincidence. It is the place in the world with the second highest frequency of suicides. While the density of the trees and the often treacherous terrain in Aokigahara Forest make it hard to determine an exact number of suicides, the number of dead bodies that are found is shockingly high. In 2003 alone, 105 bodies were found in the forest. With a nickname like Suicide Forest, it seems like Aokigahara Forest is a hugely popular suicide spot, but it's actually not the biggest suicide destination in the world. The Suicide Forest is said to be the second most common destination for suicides, with the Golden Gate Bridge taking the #1 spot. Unsurprisingly, Aokigahara is reportedly haunted. The forest is reportedly inhabited by yurei, or ghosts with unfinished business, who are unable to enjoy peace in the afterlife. While many people attribute the strange behavior of their compasses to paranormal activity in the forest, there's actually a more logical explanation. Because of the high iron content of the lava on the forest floor, devices that respond to magnetism, like compasses, often move in strange patterns when near it. The Suicide Forest is so well known that it's frequently referenced in books, games, songs, and other media. The forest's worldwide notoriety has even given rise to mentions in countless popular films, including 47 Ronin, The Forest, and Gus Van Sant's 2015 Sea of Trees, featuring Matthew McConaughey. Volcano surfing, or volcano boarding, is a sport performed on volcano slopes. The most popular slope is the Cerro Negro near León, in western Nicaragua. Riders hike up the volcano and slide down, sitting or standing, on a thin plywood or metal board. Nicaragua is known as the land of lakes and volcanoes. It isn't by chance. There are 19 active volcanoes scattered around the country. Of these, a few surround Leon, and some are close to the Granada, Nicaragua tourist hotspot, and 2 make up Ometepe Island. This is the only place in the world where you can sit upright on plywood, feet first, and coast down a cindery flank of a still active volcano, says Nick Porter, an affable chain-smoking tour guide who left his job at a bank in Manchester, England in 2013, went traveling, and never returned. According to CNN, volcano boarding is listed number 2 on the list of extreme sports you must do before you die. National Geographic Channel adventurer and journalist Sultan Istvan credits himself with inventing the volcano boarding sport on Mount Yasur on the island of...
But that look fun though. Hold on, give me a second. But that looked awesome. Oh my god.
Good thing they're sold.
Go on, man.
Everywhere business is done. I'm pretty sure you can buy them at a bank. That's alright for racist.
I'm back.
Tirana and Vanuatu in 2002, though Istvan first visited the active volcano in 1995. He filmed his adventure, and it later aired on the National Geographic Channel in a 5-minute news segment. Perched at the top of the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas is one of the world's most daunting attractions. Like a 1,000-foot-high teeter-totter, X-Screen drops 8 riders 27 feet over the edge of the Stratosphere Tower, then rises up and rolls back, then repeats, 3 times total, with a couple of surprises along the way. At a height of approximately 866 feet, it is officially the world's 3rd highest amusement ride. We wanted to build one of the most intense attractions in the world, Mike Gilmartin, public relations manager for the Stratosphere, said. X-Scream is a new generation of extreme thrill rides. We feel that it's a very imposing ride and also a very psychological ride. It plays on a passenger's primal fear of falling before it pulls you back from the edge. Conceived in the year 2000, the ride cost just under $3 million to construct. Construction of X-Scream began on the ground as various pieces were put together. The parts were lifted via helicopter, where they were assembled on top of the tower. The entire process of lifting the pieces and building the ride only took 2 hours, including a 40-minute refueling period for the helicopter. The total weight of the ride is 50,000 pounds, but nearly that much weight in the form of concrete and steel was removed to make room for the attraction. A few miles from the heart of Mexico City lies La Isla de las Muñecas, the island of dolls, where thousands of dolls hang from the trees. The island, located in the Ochimilco canals outside of Mexico's capital, is truly the stuff of pure terror. According to local legend, the island's caretaker, Don Julian Santana, moved to the island in the 1950s after abandoning his family. It was in the canals outside of the island that he found the dead body of a drowned girl and her doll. Convinced that her spirit haunted the island, Santana hung abandoned dolls he found throughout the canal as a way to appease the dead girl's soul. The dolls, strung up in the deteriorated condition that Santana found them in, continued to hold a silent vigil on trees and buildings throughout the island. Don Julian Santana began collecting lost dolls from the canals and the trash near his island home. He's also said to have traded produce he grew to locals for more dolls. Santana did not clean up the dolls or attempt to fix them, but rather put them up with missing eyes and limbs, covered in dirt, and generally in whatever ramshackle state he found them in. Even when dolls arrive in good shape, the wind and weather turn them into cracked and distorted versions of themselves. In 2001, Santana was found drowned in the river. Bethesda in the United Kingdom is home to Zip World Velocity, the fastest zip